Hello, everybody. I just want to welcome you and to the number 6 day of my video challenge that I've been doing. And today I've got the great pleasure of introducing to you Mr. Adam Strong. Adam, say hello to everybody on LinkedIn.
Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're well. Happy Saturday or whenever day it is you're listening to us.
Yeah, so the reason I asked you to come on, Adam, and I appreciate you giving your time this evening. I know you don't normally do stuff for me or do stuff on a Saturday, so I really appreciate you giving up the time to do that. The reason I asked you to come on is I wanted to ask you a couple questions about your entrepreneurial journey, since you asked me so many questions the other day in the interview that we did. So tell me about where you started in your journey. Actually, wait, before you do that, introduce yourself to everybody so that it can work that way.
Hi guys, where do we start? My name's Adam Strong. I've been called, I suppose I'm named as the game changer. That's my brand. That's what I'm known for. Um, I used to be a former elite athlete, used to study and train with Olympic athletes in long distance running. I've been an entrepreneur since the age of 11, which I'll tell you about a little bit in a bit. I have 3 companies currently, a international consultancy company, a property investment company here in the Mediterranean, and also I work in the Forex cryptocurrency space. So all exciting stuff.
Yeah, Adam's a busy guy. He's connected like I can't believe. I mean, it's always been great whenever I jump on his show or on his clubhouse room, which you should definitely join that clubhouse room, the no bullshit clubhouse room. It's a blast every time we do it. We've got some great people on there, so definitely come join us on Clubhouse.
We
So
certainly
Adam,
do.
tell me, where did you start? I mean, you started off as an athlete. So how did you make the transition from athlete to business? That's quite a jump.
Yeah, I mean, I started off as an athlete quite young on. I suffered from a condition called alopecia, which is a common form of stress and worry, where basically you lose your hair, um, and that happened to me at a very young age. It affected my self confidence more than anything else. And you know what young kids are like, especially when they go through their teens and they go through puberty and they start to make comparisons about about other people, and then you get bullied and so forth, right? So interestingly enough, I got exposed to coaching early on in my life, actually. So my first coach actually was at that magical age of 11. And my first coach, let me just quickly describe who he is. His name was Alex McGee, and he was a Scottish coach. And I remember what I liked about Alex is that Alex basically turned ordinary Joe Public, or young kids, ordinary kids that didn't really have any speciality. They wasn't anything special, and he basically turned them into champions. And because Alec has basically he'd been there, done that, got the t-shirt and things like that. So for me, I learned a lot from him with regards to the whole kind of entrepreneurial skills about how to transition, what athletes need, not just from a winning mindset perspective, but also things like getting in the zone, things like a results orientated mindset, such as perseverance, mental toughness. The list goes on. So those skills where a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs kind of begin to develop when they first start opening their own business, which maybe kind of tends to be, there isn't a kind of a magic number, but it tends to be after they're 20. I acquired those skills very early on. So I always had this kind of, knack, I suppose, for health and fitness. And I always loved helping people. And the reason for that is because when I was a kid, I didn't really, I didn't come from a wealthy background. In fact, I came from a very poor background. And most of the things that, like college, university, things like I wanted to make, if I wanted to get something, I would have to find the means or the ways to fund that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have any, I didn't have any help. I didn't have any support. I didn't really have any mentors around me. And so one of the things that one of my common values, and you'll know this, Rory, more than anything else, is I really like to help people. I really like to help people and give people the opportunity, essentially, to be able to get the help that they need. Whereas I didn't get that, but I wanted to kind of give back from the things that I learned in my journey.
Yeah, I mean, so that's sort of been the grounding principle of our relationship as well. It's kind of how we got onto the same page, is we share that value, I think, quite strongly, of wanting to help people advance and grow their businesses. So, Adam, I know you do coaching. So what would you say is the number one thing that you find that you coach on when it comes to business entrepreneurs? Oh, tough question.
Well, one of the things it's a tough question. And I'll tell you why it's a tough question. One of the things that I teach entrepreneurs is that, for me, I love teaching entrepreneurs about finding their purpose. I'm really into finding what really kind of people tick, like psychologically, mentally, emotionally, physiology, physically, spiritually, all of those types of things. I like to know what really makes people get fired up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because business is not just about making money, Rory. Okay. Business is more than just about making money. If you are one of those entrepreneurs or business owners, right, that essentially is doing it just for the money, you're gonna grow up and you're gonna become extremely miserable, right? I know so many of those people. You may as well just go and get a job, which you really hate, right? And it's completely useless. So everything that I do, Rory, in terms of my tasks, my activities, or everything that I do, including Clubhouse, right, including it's because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing to my values, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% on board, and I mean, I've definitely seen that in terms of your delivery to other people around me. So I suppose that's probably one of the things that we identify quite well on, is that whole psychological and getting into people's minds. We definitely see it in the marketing game. We have to absolutely get into people's minds. And certainly, I mean, the insights you've shared along the journey, I mean, that we've had in private conversations have definitely helped myself and my team develop a better understanding of psychological involvement of people. So I suppose the sort of follow-up to that is, if you had no chance to give, if you only had a limited amount of time to give somebody a tip, a good solid business tip, what would that one singular tip be? If you could give no other tip in the world, what would that one tip be for people?
That's a tough question.
You know me, I'm a tough guy. I tend to ask difficult questions.
Do it with your... I've got a good one, actually. I've got a good one for you. Whatever you do it with intention and with excellence. Because if you don't do it with intention and with excellence, if it fails, right, then you can turn around and say, I did my very best. And then you won't have any regrets. So my tip is to do something with intent, but also to do it with, to make sure it's not, and also I forgot to mention this as well, make sure it aligns to your values. Super important, but excellence is everything, my friend.
Brilliant. Adam, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I want to give you the opportunity to let people know where they can find you, and where they can engage with you, and what kind of offerings you can deliver to other people if they're interested in engaging with you.
Sure, and I appreciate the question. I think the best way to get hold of me really is LinkedIn, obviously. Connect with me on LinkedIn, Adam Strong. Rory's favorite platform, by the way. You can also connect with me on you can follow me on Instagram, and when you go to Instagram, you can click on my link tree, and you'll be able to see some of the ways in which you can connect with me, follow me, and things like that. So, and the other thing is have a listen to the Game Changers Experience podcast as well. We have a great podcast. It's in the top 3% of the world. We're touching on, I don't know, 83 episodes, I believe now. And we've had some world-class people on there. So be great to get your opinion.
Yeah, that's a fabulous podcast, actually. If anybody's watching this, they should definitely go and have a look at that podcast. I dropped the link onto my LinkedIn yesterday, so definitely go and have a look. What's your handle on Instagram so people can find it specifically?
It's at Adam Strong Official.
There you go, guys. Nice and easy. At Adam Strong Official. Well, Adam, thank you very much for giving me your time this evening, and I look forward to our next Clubhouse session. Probably what's a Tuesday night again? What time? Sorry, we've lost you there for a second. Tuesday night. What time is the podcast? I mean the Clubhouse room.
On the Clubhouse room, it'll probably be around 6:30 UK time.
6:30 UK time. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Adam, and have a fantastic evening. Much appreciated.